Here we go. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nikki and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since the last time I uploaded. In YouTube time, it's been 2 weeks. In real time, it's been 2 months since the event of my last video, which was KCON. And that was back in August. It is now October, and it's almost the end of October, which is kind of crazy because time is going by so fast, and things have been really busy, so I haven't had the chance to upload anything. I was doing so well too. Every month since May, I think, my first vlog, I was uploading quite frequently. And like I said, things got busy and I stopped filming. So I'm back here, I'm back on it. I'm back on YouTube with a very exciting video today. It is going to be a story time. Now, if you know me, I'm not very good at telling stories, so I'm going to try my best to get through this as efficiently as possible. Today's story time is about BTS. The very first time I saw BTS in person, and a little moment I had with one of the members, which was really cool. Going back to the beginning, I found out about BTS about last year. I thought it was really interesting to see Asians on American TV because, you know, it's very rare. I saw them on the Billboard Music Awards and I thought it was very interesting to see K-pop at an American award show, American Music Award show. They were all over, I think they were on Ellen, and I watched their YouTube video, their interview on Ellen, and I was like, oh, they're pretty interesting. Months went by. I actually did download some songs and stuff and watched a few interviews of theirs. I think it was their American Music Awards performance, which was in November of last year, where I was like, oh, okay, they're really cool. Time goes on. I'm a fan, and I find out that they're coming to Los Angeles, which is where I am from, and that they're having a show at the Staples Center. So the time I found out that they were going to have a show, I couldn't get any more tickets, and the tickets that were on sale were like $500 from all of those whack, like, outlets selling tickets that weren't even probably real. So I was in like this funk, and I was like, oh, okay, that's lame, I'm not gonna see them. At this time, I wasn't really into K-pop, except for like them, and then we were invited to go cover KCON LA. We got to do interviews there for my outlet Around Below Live, and my world changed. It was so cool. It was like the coolest experience. That's when I really learned about K-pop and then K-culture. I got to mingle with a lot of the fans that attended, and just the environment and the community that it brought, like the unity that everyone was there for one reason, and they all have something in common. They all have the same interests and everything. So I thought that was really cool to be a part of. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Saturday, my sister and I attended the concert, and the performers were, who was it? Oh, Twice, Into It, Golden Child, Dynamic Duo, Crush. So it was really cool. Oh, 101, I think they were that night. We didn't stay that long to watch them, but it was such a fun concert and an incredible experience that weekend was. Like I said, I couldn't get tickets to the BTS concert. I think they were here for like 3 days. I didn't want to pay that much either, so whatever, there's probably gonna be another time. And then when I was really bummed out, I remember telling my friend and just being super negative, they announced that they were going to be on America's Got Talent. So before they announced their performance and their appearance on America's Got Talent, I actually got an email from this company where they get people to be in the audience for like award shows and TV shows like that. So I remember it said, you know, semi-final tickets available if you want to see America's Got Talent or whatever, sign up. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then like the next day, BTS announced that they were going to be performing. I remember that email, so then I signed up, and I was like, okay, I'm probably not gonna get it, because as soon as they announced it, I figured it would be sold out automatically because it's them. I signed up just hoping, because it said join waitlist, so I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna end up on the waitlist. I'm not gonna get tickets. About an hour later, I would like to say, I got an email saying, you know, tickets are now available. I was like, oh shoot, so I wasn't on a wait list, and I ended up getting a ticket. I got 2 tickets. I took my sister with me. We got there pretty early. I think the taping started at 1, and then we got there at around 9 or something. I don't know, it was pretty early. We were lined up outside of the Kodak Theater. We waited for about 2 hours, but the line was moving pretty quickly, like once they started taking people in. So when we reached the table where we were supposed to check in, the lady was like, oh, are you staying just for BTS, or are you staying for both BTS and America's Got Talent? And I was kind of confused. I was like, you know, we'll stay for both, why not? She was holding a pack of tickets, she was like, she kind of changed her mind, and then she took another pack. And then we're like, okay, why did she do that? Like, are we gonna get closed seats or something? She gave us 2 tickets, and then we had to wait like another hour before we could go into the theater. Actually, it was my first time going inside the Kodak Theater, and I've lived in LA like my whole life, and then I've always been outside of the Kodak, but I've never been inside. So it was really pretty inside, and they had like a step and repeat with the background that says Kodak. So my sister and I took a picture there. There's like this staircase, like a spiral staircase in the middle of the venue. All the fans started running towards it and screaming. I was like, what's down there? So then when we looked down, the red carpet was down there, and then so many people ended up seeing, who did we see? I think it was Jin. I don't remember. It was a blur. Jin walked by, and then we're like, okay, this is real, this is happening. But this time they started taking people into the theater, and as we were looking for our seats, we were on the floor seats, but then we were kind of towards like behind the tech guys. So we're like, oh my god, like the stage is really close. We're gonna be really close to them when they perform. Then we met these 2 girls who were sitting next to us, and we were all excited. And all of a sudden this couple comes over, and they were like, oh, is this, you know, A3 or whatever? And we're like, yeah. We're confused. Are you supposed to sit here? And then so the guy was like, no, I think you guys are sitting up there. So I had to confirm with one of the ushers, and I was like, this is our seat, like, where is this at? And then he was like, oh, down there. And when he said down there, he meant literally we were the 2nd row. And we were so close to the stage. My sister and I kind of looked at each other like, is this for real? Like, this, are we gonna be this close to them? Before they could announce anything, really, some of the members just walked out. I think the first one was Yoongi, and then J-Hope was after. And so one by one, they were all walking out to take their place. They performed Idol. I just remember like looking at them on the stage, kind of just being like, Jin was the one closest to us. He's gorgeous, first of all. They're all so tall, and they're so skinny and good looking. They're all in their suits. For those of you guys that don't know, my bias is V, is Tae. So seeing him in person, I was kind of like, oh my god, this is so crazy. So they performed Idol. They were amazing. They performed it twice. The guy in front of me, he actually ended up being on TV. He was so tall, and I'm like 5'2", so then I'm like, you know, trying to look over, and I could see the boys in between the few people that were in front of us. Yeah, it was just a moment. It was such a cool performance. It was, like I said, my first time seeing them in person, and I got to watch them perform Idol, which is one of my favorites too, so unreal. Anyways, they're done with their performance. It probably lasted about 15 minutes, maybe less than, for the 2 performances they did. And then so they walked off the stage, and like pretty much half of the theater left because they were only there for the performance. We were supposed to stay for the America's Got Talent taping as well, but my sister and I were like, it's only 2:30 at the time. Yeah, it was like 2:30. Like, do you really want to stay until 7? So we were gonna be there for another 5 hours. We were already hungry. We're like, you know, let's just go. We were sitting next to this lady who had friends that were sitting on the balcony, so they were separated. When we told her, you know, we're leaving, you can have your friends sit here, she was so ecstatic. So good came out of that. So we gave them our seats, and then we ended up leaving. I'm glad we left because amazing things happened. Like, Lord heard our prayers, knew that we wanted to have some sort of interaction with BTS, and it happened. So we decided to go get something to eat, and Baja Fresh was right across the street from the Kodak Theater. And you know, it just happened to be right next door to the Line store, which my sister and I had never been to, so we decided that we wanted to go there too. Oddly enough, there was a sign on the front that said that it was gonna be closed from 2 to 4 for maintenance, or inventory, I'm sorry. And so we're like, okay, that's weird. And then they boarded up the windows so you couldn't see anything inside, which I thought it was even weirder. But anyways, here we are, Hollywood Boulevard, about to cross the street to go to Baja Fresh. And I'm pressing the button to cross. All of a sudden, I look, and here comes 3 black SUVs pulling up to the red stoplight. And I'm like, It took me a minute to kind of process what was going on. We saw fans like across the street who were in line for the Line store kind of run over. There was probably about like 10 or 15 fans that came over to the other side, and they were like, oh my god, like they're, you know, freaking out, and they were filming, and I was like looking at my sister, we kind of were like, okay, that's BTS. We're walking, we're crossing the street, and I literally walk in front of the first SUV. And I'm like looking, and like I have bad eyesight, even though I have big eyes. My eyes are like kind of blurry whenever I try to like see things from far away. So I'm like in front of the car, and I'm like, who's in here? Suga was on this side, and he was like looking out the window, and I'm like, okay, someone's sitting next to him. And right when I kind of like looked in that way, Jimin's head pops out from like the behind the seat of the driver, and he kind of just like looks at me and then like hides back. I was like, cool, okay. And I'm telling my sister, you need to start filming right now. So we end up on the other side of the street, and then we look at the second car, and there goes the Lord himself, Taehyung, sitting there. The light shining on him. So these windows were tinted. The light was perfectly shining on him that we got to see his face. And I'll show you guys a video right here.
I swear he's looking at us right here. I think he's fucking staring at us, I swear.
If you guys couldn't see clearly on the video, I took some screenshots as well, and then you can see him kind of just sitting there staring. And I told my sister, okay, is he looking at us? Because no one was behind us, and a lot of, like I said, we were at the very corner, and a lot of the fans were on the right side of us. Kind of just looked at each other like, okay, you know, I'm gonna wave, and if he waves back, then he's looking at us, right? As soon as I waved, he waved, and I was like, okay, B staring at us, you guys. B is staring. It was an awesome moment. We made contact. I think it's every fan's dream to, you know, have contact with their idol, and that was mine. Probably watch that video at least once a day to just get me through hard times on a daily basis. I'm just kidding. Really. The light turns green, whatever. They end up driving, and then his little hand, he's like waving as soon as he gets to the corner, and he's precious. He's so precious. I love him. I don't even know who was in the last car. I was kind of distracted. I think it was Jin, because I heard some of the fans like, you know, screaming out his name too. He's very good looking. He really is worldwide handsome. My sister and I ended up going to Baja Fresh, eating our feelings away. Little did we know, they were next door. So apparently, they were at the Line store signing like those life-size figurines that they have, because each of them have a character for BT21, and they were signing the figurines. They bought stuff. Apparently, they went shopping there. And here we are, freaking eating quesadillas next door when we could have probably been on the back and just, you know, waiting for them. Ugh. Regrets. We ended up going to the Line store. Probably waited in the line for another hour before they opened the store. So they did not open at 4. I think they opened up. No, I'm sorry. We waited for like an hour and a half. I think they opened up at 5:30 already. That store is amazing, actually. When you walk in, they're playing BTS songs. So we were so hyped from watching them on AGT to having that moment with them on streets to now spending I think I spent $120 on stuff. We didn't even buy that much. Maybe because I bought a jacket, like a hoodie, got a few pens, I got some for some friends. My sister's favorite member is JK, so she got a bunch of like kooky stuff. I don't know, whatever we got was worth $110, $20, so that happened. It really wasn't a lot. I think we only really wanted the bags that they came in. We ended up going back to the store the next week, and then I ended up getting a top pillow. It helps me sleep at night. This one was about $30. This one is like the second to the smallest one, I think. I got this, and it's like so cute. He's so cute. So yeah, that was my BTS experience. My first and hopefully not my last BTS experience. And it was one to remember for sure. And I really hope to see them in concert. Like a full concert, actual concert, not just on America's Got Talent. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys subscribed already. And if not, you know, go ahead and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Oh my god, that's such a weird thing to say. I'm very excited because this week I'll be heading out to Canada. So expect exciting vlogs of me in Canada. It's my first international trip, you guys, so I'm kind of nervous. I've never traveled alone. I've always had someone there with me, so we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we're going to Niagara Falls and all of the cool fun touristy stuff. So again, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll do some more BTS videos. I have a lot to say. I really do like them a lot. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Peace.